If korang miss my previous video kan, we were talking about money habits and how small changes boleh cause us untuk get ahead dengan our finances. So if korang into topics on personal finance and building wealth kan, you can check out that video. I will link it in the description below. And it's actually a good precursor to this video yang mana kita akan talk more about the actual topic of habit itself and how kita boleh create effective habits yang boleh change the trajectory of our life. If you only learn one thing from this video kan, it should be yang small changes, though it seems insignificant kan when we actually doing it, but in the long run, bila it forms a habit, it can actually dictate the outcome of the different aspects of our life. The thing is kan, most of us, kita just tend to go through life on autopilot. Kita perform the same routine every day and it's just a mindless repetition. We're not even conscious pun on the decisions we make. Sebab to us it seems so insignificant kan, so kita tak put much thought pun into it. Take for example makan. Kita just go through the motion je of preparing the meal. Atau we might scroll online untuk buy the food and then kita just makan je. A lot of times kita just makan even though kita tak lapar pun lagi, because it's just something yang kita dah get used to. Kita memang makan at certain fixed time during the day. Kita dah repeat it so many times in the past, it's now a habit. So dah tak ada thought process yang goes into it. That's why it becomes very hard for us untuk gain control. Sebab you cannot control something if you tak even aware pun of it. And that's actually one of the reason kan why it's so hard untuk kita to be healthy and maintain that ideal body weight that we want. And in this situation, somebody macam personal trainer ataupun training partner kan will be great sebab they can point out to you your eating habits yang you might overlook ataupun you tak aware pun. And if you baca buku ni, this is actually one of the approach yang dia share, yang mana you akan point and call out untuk force yourself to put some thought into the things yang you actually tengah buat, which will indirectly help you untuk get a sense of control on the action yang you tengah buat. Jadi kan, how do we actually change and start implementing these effective habits? So buku ni suggest before we even start to build on a new habit, kita kena identify dulu, does the habit yang kita nak start ni will it make us become the person yang we aspire to be? So this ties in dengan the idea yang kita kena first create the reason for the change. And apa kita nak the outcome of the change to be? Let me give you an example. So a lot of videos yang aku tengok kan on being an entrepreneur, one of the things yang dia akan suggest kan is for us untuk read multiple books in a year. So you have the person yang you aspire to be, an entrepreneur, and the habit that you gonna start, which is reading. Now there's two parts to this. First, kita might be spending too much time on random stuff like scrolling on our device kan. So kita kena try to stop this less productive habit to have time to then actually start building on the new habit to read. So both steps requires you untuk identify and be aware of the habit and the cues yang akan trigger you. Try to make it very accessible untuk you to get hold of a book. Basically, you kena create an environment yang akan minimizekan the friction untuk you start membaca. It can be as simple as having a book ready on your desk, so senang for you to get constant reminders on the need for you untuk membaca. Similarly kan, if you nak reduce your screen time, which ties back to earlier quitting a less productive habit kan, you kena be aware of the cues yang akan trigger you untuk scroll aimlessly, and then you kena cuba untuk remove it. It can be as simple as macam putting a timer on your phone every time you pick up your device, so you akan be more aware and akan jadi more accountable on the time you akan spend on your phone. So the final piece to this equation kan is actually reward. Yeah, you boleh start and stop a habit, tapi apa yang akan actually keep you going, keep you motivated? Yang ni akan vary from people to people, so you kena identify what will work best for you. It can be as simple as macam ticking a box to indicate yang you've made progress. And in my case, for example kan, aku akan try to make a video every time aku completed reading a book. It can be anything, apa-apa je yang akan keep you motivated with your journey. And the good thing is kan, when you're starting to form a new habit, once dia dah in place, dia akan run on autopilot and you akan start doing it naturally, even without you putting much thought pun onto it. So now, starting a new habit, it's great kan? Tapi apa yang aku found interesting dalam buku ni is that it mentions yang that's only the beginning. the end game should always be for us to then improve and master that new habit or skill yang you acquire tu. Sebab ingat, once something tu dah jadi habit kan, kita akan start aware less and less on the process. So selalunya kita akan start jadi complacent and end up tak achieve anything yang bermanfaat pun from this new habit. So this is actually a good gauge atau kayu ukur yang kita boleh guna tau untuk evaluate the effectiveness of our new habit. And hopefully kita bukan just adopt this new habit, tapi kita dapat praktikkan in a way yang boleh actually improve ourselves. So it's always a pleasant surprise tau bila you baca a book and normally you roughly akan tahu kan what the book will be about. But bila dia ada that extra insight yang you tak expect, it just makes it so much more interesting. And aku rasa buku ni did just that. Dia ada a catchy title and a very insightful take on habit and how you boleh develop it to your advantage. Macam biasa, cuba let me know in the comment section below apa effective habits yang korang plan to start. Aku interested nak tahu. And see you in the next video.